streaming. What's up, everybody? Out of the Power 78. Streaming on two services. I'm streaming on YouTube and Facebook, I believe. So today we're gonna go to this guy's post. A lot of people post things on. Let's get that out of the way. A lot of people post things on Twitter like this to see, and I like to see sometimes does it work. So what I did is I have this going on over here. Let's save that. It's click in here, Control S, and it saves it. What I have is two things: a CSS file, which is basically showing me the background. Right now, it's not in here. I gotta put it to my website, and it's just a CSS background right here that says, "Yo, make the container look like this, and make my anchor tags look like this, and the image tags to be small so the images won't be huge." Now, I won't be doing this first because we need pictures, and we want to make sure it's down. My FileZilla is actually gonna be what's gonna bring that to the actual web page. Always do this action, and here we go. We're going to this place right here, and then we're refreshing, and it didn't love me. Control Shift R. Hold on, did I save this HTML file? Control S. Oh, you gotta have something in this right there. Control S, and then it should save and be brought over here. Let's find out if I did it right again. And did I link it right? Let's see. Looks like I linked it right. Let's relink it. All right. And then you can do CSS, and it's not style. It's /Twitter CSS. Control S that. Let's Control S this, and let's make sure we're bringing them both in again. And then we should be able to get started. Control Shift R. Sometimes you gotta press it 100 times, and then it might work. And it's already driving me insane. This stuff. Container. Okay, let's make sure I vote the same. I vote the same way. Maybe that could be an issue. I think I probably have a. Yeah, I didn't write it right. So that's my dilemma. But coding, and everybody that's ever coded is dilemma. That's all it does. It makes it look nicer. And now we're gonna start doing this. We're gonna do this one last. So let's come here and do this data list one. Okay, for everything that's on here, I'm gonna make a new div. You don't have to type in the word div. You don't have to put div dot. You could just put the dot, and VS Code automatically does that for you. So we want the H1, and we want to put native HTML search right here. All right, I don't see nobody typing, so that's good. Let's see. In here, we gotta have this input. So this input list right here is actually saying input and give me the list that's right underneath it, as you see right here. So this could actually have any name we want. And the reason I do this a lot is because I don't care. We're gonna have it, call it fun. And these are self-closing, so if I press Alt-Shift-F, it should format it and give me that self-closing one. Inputs are self-closing. Options can be self-closing. The data list, you have to open the open caret, give it an ID of fun, because that's the one we wanted to have, and then we'll close it at the end, and then it'll open up like that. Now option, I'm only gonna do 3, and in this first option, I'm gonna put my name. I'm gonna put the creator's name, and I'm also going to put my cousin Freddie's name. It's so much easier this way. And I'll put an O, even though my name is not Alberto, just to show you. Well, I don't need to. I got everything there. Let's save that. And before I go any further, we're gonna do BR times 2. It's gonna give us 2 breaks. So it's gonna, just like this, it's gonna put a line underneath for the next person that needs to come. And I'm not gonna go all crazy. I'm just gonna go to my site real quick, and we'll go to the contacts area. You see right here, when I highlight that, it says mail to, subject, and body recommendations. That's what this next one is going to be. So we're just gonna make it. Let's come over here and put the anchors. It doesn't really matter what we call it. It's just so I can separate it from whatever else we're doing. When I'm not doing the mail to, I'll do the ATEL. And what I'm going to do is actually pull out my phone and use my text now number, because I'm going to delete the app anyway. And I'm going to use this number. 813-609-5875. Okay, so we could use that also on the SMS. But before I go there, let me go here and put call me. All right, and then we're gonna put a BR tab, and then we're also gonna let's just copy this whole thing because they don't have an SMS for the VS Code, so we press Control V for that, and instead of tel, we're gonna put SMS, which is basically simple mail service or something like that. You put a question mark, put body equals. What up, bro? That sounds good enough for me. We're gonna save that. We're gonna put the BR times 2 here again, and I'm only gonna go to this one right here where it says form. After I do this one, so this is what the OL. So this is basically a simple order list. As you can see, it says they started at 11. We're gonna start ours as on my birthday. All right. So we were OL right here. They want like we just need 3. Well, what I just do, I wanted li times 3, and then press enter. And the I'm gonna bring this back over here, space, and I'm put start, and I'm gonna put my birthday like that with no dashes, anything like that. And this could be whatever we want it to be. It don't have to be awesome Python or stuff like that. It could be whatever we actually want in there. So it could be seen. BR times 2, okay. And before we get to the next one, I'm gonna do this form, and then I'm gonna save it, and I'm gonna show you guys what we're doing on over here. Okay. So we in the form. So let's put this as reset. We get a form. Form, and we don't want any action. So let's just delete that. We don't need any action for this. And I'm not gonna put everything in there. I'm just gonna put the first label. Oh, that's not. You got to do lowercase. So your mistake. Label, and then for name, and then we'll put name. I am the man, and that's my name. And and the input text, right? It defaults to text, so it doesn't really matter. The ID has to be the same as the 4. So I don't need a name attribute. We could put first name for the attribute here. It doesn't really matter. I don't need that. But I will put the dot control like that. BR on the top of that. I'm only gonna put the reset one. We could put this. We could put it like this. Reset, and then the value will be resets. But there's 2 ways to do it. You also can make it as a button. And since it's in a form, we could put the button reset like that. But we have to type reset in here. And I'm just going to leave it like that. And that's it. And I just saved everything. So let's transfer this back over here. And now it's back into my actual live web page right here. So this is my actual web page right here. Let's show you this first. I open my email. It says Power site and the recommendations. That's what I wanted for the body when you saw when I highlighted. Let's get rid of that. Over here, we press F5 is refresh. You're going to see what he was talking about when it came to the native HTML search is if I put A, me and Marco are there. If I put R, me and Marco and Freddy are there. If I put E, only me and Freddy there. If I put T, it's probably just me. M is just Marco. That's a native search. It's crazy. We all know this is text me and this is call me. The cool thing is I actually have a phone app on Windows, but I'm not using it because I don't like to transfer it there. But I will put my I will use my phone to attest to whatever I'm doing because I tried this earlier because I've never seen this before. So let me come to my website, refresh it. I'm gonna make it bigger and I'll make myself bigger here. I know you guys is happy to see this gorgeous face. So the second call me, if you can see, oh there it is. The second call me, if I press it right now, it goes to the. Oh, that's the first one. I didn't. Hold on, I did put it. Let me put another BR. Didn't I put a break there? Let's This is where I like to do Alt Shift F, and then it'll make everything better. And this one should be text. So let's just from. Yeah, the bottom one should be text, and I'm gonna put another BR here. Oh, no BR, and Alt Shift F, Control S, and then let's just save that over here, and let's make it bigger. And I'm only separating it like this, so it can separate like that. The same thing with my on my phone. Let me refresh it on my phone. As you can see now, it says text me in the bottom. So let's try hitting that. And that opens up my cell phone service. I don't know why this camera does this, but as you see, it says, what's up, bro? If I press send, it's going to say, what's up, bro? And I get that thing in there. And then you can see in the bottom, it says, what's up, bro, there. Unfortunately, it's really hard to see my phone number or anything like that on here. Let me lower this because I know everybody's super excited to see my face, and I don't want them to be too excited. As you see, remember my birthday, 2478, 2479, 248. That was the order list and where the stop point is. I am a man. Hey, reset work there, and hey, this reset work here. As you saw, the two different ways of doing it. All right, let's go back to here, and I'm gonna go here, and you see this right here. It doesn't have that. This is gonna be one of the things that you want. And before I go too far down, this is gonna be one of the things he's actually gonna show. So I'm gonna do both of them up here real quick. There's a link.favorite icon. That's what it really stands for, or something like that. And I don't use shortcut icon, and this is not the icon I want to use. So we do that slash, and we use the owl, the pow. But we have to change this to PNG. All right, PNG. And you see right here where the Twitter thing is at right here. Well, my owl, the pow logo that's right here. You can't see. It's right on my shirt. That logo. That's what that is. So let's save that. There's also something he wants to do with base, right? So we don't need the href, we need the target, and we're gonna go shift and blank. What this does is allow any alpha link or anchor link, any a link, anchor link, to open up in a different page. That's what that's for. So we'll figure that out later. We got another a tag to go in here, and he also wants no open up, but let's just do the meter stuff because that could be take a long time. Here we go with the BR. I'm supposed to do BR times. What doesn't matter. Alt Shift F, and I do this all the time because sometimes it doesn't. You mess up and it won't. If it says you do Alt Shift F and it doesn't automatically add these closing. Because these are self-closing tags. If it doesn't automatically do that, that means something's wrong in your code, so it might mess up here. So far, so good. Okay, we're gonna call this meters like that, and in here we're gonna do a meter, and you have to do it like this as well too, because for some reason it doesn't work. So before the meter, we got a label, right? And the label is for low, and in between the label we want to put low, and in the meter we're gonna put ID low because that's what it's for. And then equals low, and then we're gonna have a value, and I'm gonna put the value at 10, and I'm gonna show you why I didn't just do that and then do 10. And we're gonna start breaking these things down. So after every time I do something, I'm just gonna break it down like this. We got value, and this will work just fine. We got the min, and we're gonna have that equal to 0, and then we press tab and type in max. Max, there it is, and the max is gonna be 30 for us. He has different numbers. He has 100, so I'm gonna change that around so we see that everything works, whether or not it's the same exact way he does it. We have a that's not the right letters. We have a low. I don't know what happened there. We have a low. The low is gonna be 10.01. The reason I put a 01 because sometimes, well, let's just put 10, and I'll show you afterward. And we're gonna have a high of 25, and 25 and tab. Okay. Optimum is gonna be 26. So that's gonna allow it to change the different colors in here. All right. So let's just do that and Alt Shift F, and it's gonna do that for us. So that made it easier. And we're just gonna Control C. We're gonna do a couple of mediums. All right. And one high. So the first one is gonna be we're just gonna call it Med 1, okay? Right here, Med 1. We're gonna double click on this low, Control D. That's the two ones that we want, and we call it Med 1 like this. This one we're gonna call Med 2. I don't know why I didn't just Control D, that like that, and do Med 2. That's for medium 2. And this one we're gonna call Control DD. We're gonna call it high like that. It doesn't really matter if it's uppercase or lowercase at this specific time for this. So let's change the values. For Med 1, we want this to be 11, so you know it's definitely in the medium. Okay, this value here, we want it to be a 24 because 25 is high. So that's going to show you the yellow right here differently. And this one we want it to be this value to be 25 so you can see it turn green. So that took a little bit of time. So we will work on that. So this right here with an A tag, doesn't matter what A tag it is. So let's put the 2BR times 2 and then put dot macro site. It doesn't really matter what I could spell all that wrong. I'm not doing any special CSS formatting or anything like that, so that's good. So in macro site, we just want a link. We got no. So just put the a link like that and a tab, and we got the href. To do this right, you have to put the whole thing unless it's like a link, not a link to a certain website, and it's to your certain sections of your personal site. You could just put like .com/Twitter post. That's what we have up there. But if you want to go to this guy's site, you have to actually do that. You don't need the last slash. You do need. I'm not gonna put the target blank because we already did that in the top. So we will put the L for no opener, and that's just a security thing. You could put no opener. I mean, let's do a BR here, and then let's put macro site here, and then let's come over here and go to Shift and Control C, and then just tab the right arrow and press Enter, Control V, and then we'll put the other one. What is it called? No refer. All right, so that's done. So the target part right here, though, we don't have to worry about it. We did that at the base, which is actually the next one. So we could skip that one. So this BR times 2 again. Let's see what the next one after this is. If it's simple, we do it. We did this already. So the only difference is on the top here, he has, if you do $V equals 2, right? If you change the logo but keep the same name but change the picture, sometimes the picture won't change. But when you do this, it says, yo, I want you to use the latest version of it, not the first version, the latest version of it pretty much. That's kind of what it says there. It's going to look for the proper file name. And yes, people do change the logo and keep the file name the same. So we got this done already. And all right, this doesn't work for me, but I'm still going to put it in the form and put it. But it is, you could see it where you can see where it goes. Yeah, let's do that. Once again, we have no action, so there's no time for it. We put a label for volume. This is easy to type, so let's do volume, and let's put volume lowercase. I don't really care. And the input type. Now the input type is a range here, so be careful. We got the name of volume and the type of volume. So because it's in here, it'll give us that IntelliSense. Sometimes it doesn't. Let's bring this down here real quick so you could see what's going on. And in here you want the min and max. So min is 10, 0, and the max would be 10. They have 20, so like I said, I'm trying to do everything a little bit different. So you see it's not just them saying to do this and this will happen. And in the second one, you have a label for results, right? And you could put your choice here. It doesn't really matter. I don't care what they put. Oh, you know what? We're gonna do Captain Planet over here. The choice is yours. Okay, and and we'll put input type, and we'll put number, and there it goes. It gives us a number, an ID, results, tab, results, and then it'll help us out. Control S. What's next? Okay, these two right here we're gonna do at one time with the accordion. So let's do this BR, and just do that again. Alt Shift F to make everything look good. I'm gonna Control S it, and then I'm gonna after this number 12, I will show again what we just finished doing, all the things we did. Let's go. We're gonna call this details like this, and then we're gonna go details. Oops. Oh, there it is right there. Oops. And in here, we're going to go summary. It's like, you can do it. Sounds good enough for me. And then we go to P, and then we say, oh, we're gonna mark this one. That's what that tag is. So let's do that mark tag right here. Close it out. Oh, and then after it, we put night. Now you haven't. I tried this before, and you actually have one space. It will go. If you have more than one space, it's gonna be like I don't care about that extra spaces. So this is gonna be highlighted. So let's save this. Let's bring this back to my website, and let's make sure my man Marco is doing this thing. Okay, the first thing we want to see is that change. You see the icon right here change, and you see that it looks like my icon down yonder. Let me see if I get the mouse over it. You can't see the mouse over it. It's all right. All these things worked. We are on. We did that already. So this low, medium, medium. You see how the low didn't work, and that kind of annoys me. So let's go up to meters, right? And let's put the low. We're gonna put the low value to be 10.01. We're gonna control save that, and let's just do this real quick, and then refresh. And you see how that changed to red? That's exactly what we wanted. Maybe it's the number I used for optimize or something like that that made it not work like that, or it has to be the number lower. So if you want it to be 10 or lower, you got to do 10.01, 10.1, doesn't matter. We got the macro site. As you can see, they're both gonna open in here. And this it's a really nice site. And if you do the other one, it does the same thing. And those no opener and no referrals, what those actually do is help it so it won't be messed up in the long run as far as being hacked. Now this, like I said, this never works for me. Even when I change this, it doesn't work. If I let's go back to that. If I take it out of the form, Control S, we go back over here, we refresh it. If I take it out of form, maybe this works now. I don't know. I don't remember it working. Let's see. I press enter, nothing happens. If I have form and press enter, it'll keep going. So maybe some JavaScript is needed for this. This is for displays, personal display things. All night was highlighted. This is the accordion thing he was talking about. So let's keep going. Okay. All right. I'm only gonna do one of these for time's sake because yeah. BR ×2, okay, and it has to be in a form, I'm guessing, and I'm only gonna do the search one. So let's go to search for that. That's good enough, and we'll put a label for search, and then the label says search, and inside here we'll put that input, and it's just trying to show you, show you that I could type. All it's trying to show you is that if you have a button, if you do regular text, you don't get this delete button here. That's all that's really trying to show you. So there's no reason to do like what they call it, a million of them of this whole section to demonstrate everything. If you really want it, okay, so my heart's telling me you guys really want me to do it. So let's just do the same thing right on top and Control V, put a BR at the end. And we'll just do Control D, and we're just typing text, and that's what it's for. That's how easy that one was. All right. So okay, let's format that. This one's really easy too. So let's do this. We're gonna put this down, like whatever I spelled it wrong. That doesn't really matter. We want the href to download, right? So we put that, and I'm just gonna get my CSS file. And that's what we're gonna download. And on the outside, we're gonna put download. Do not press tab, or this is gonna happen. I mean, it's easy to delete. And this is gonna not CSS file. This is gonna allow it to not open up a new thing and just go open up to try to download it. I'm really not gonna download my own stuff, but you'll see in a second what I'm talking about. All right, and let's see, Alt-Shift F because I like that. S, Control S. We have 15 performance tip. Okay, I'm gonna tell you about this because I don't have a WebP image, so I can't really do anything about it. This right here saying picture. It's saying the source set is a logo WebP. That's a very small file, and the only reason that's so much better is if you have a lot of pictures to make the file smaller so it could load fast and everything on the internet. Honestly, I don't care for this one because with a gigabyte internet download speeds nowadays and 500 megabytes, I don't really care. Some places might need it because that's also getting stuff from the database as well. This one I've never used a video poster thing or a video attribute at all, so I will not be doing this one. And we only got 3 more, so that's good for you guys. I'm gonna copy this right here. I'm gonna post this right here, Control V, and we're just gonna do this. Text true. We're gonna do true right here. We're gonna change all these to also text. It doesn't matter because what we're doing, um, text, and then we're gonna do this false right here, and then we're gonna just put spell check right here, spell check false right here, and then spell check true. I don't really need the spell check name there because for the default value of that is actually true. As you notice, when I was typing in certain things, it's always giving me that spell check going on. So that's BR times 2. Alt Shift F, enter. Control S, just in case my computer crashes. We got 18. Okay, this is not a that hard one to do. So then we're gonna put the opt group, right, and we're just gonna do a label. The first label is framework. We could call it framework. Lowercase it, and right here it says just drew framework. And I don't care if it's lowercase or not because that's not the gist of it. That's just gonna be on the outside, and then you're gonna have this select. All right, the ID is obviously gonna be framework. We don't need the name attribute. I'm gonna delete that because it's just for no reason. We're gonna have opt group. Oh, I'm spelling everything wrong. There it is. And then here we need a label. So the label we want here is romantic. And then we're gonna copy this and say other. So like I said, I try to change things. Like he got from choose your language. You're gonna put language here instead. And the romantic language, we need our options of 3, right? Option times 3. And it's gonna be, we don't even need the values here because we're not, that's really for the, so we're gonna put Spanish, the most romantic language in the world. French should be like in the other, I don't really find it romantic. And Italian, because yeah, Portuguese is not, yeah, you know what I'm saying. All right, let's see. We got the option group. We also need an option times 3, and this option group, like I said, we highlight this, Control DD, and we delete that. And in here, we're gonna put the other languages that are not romantic. Let's start off with English. And I mean, maybe if you're Chinese, it's romantic, but not to me. And Russian is definitely like I want to kill you language. You know, it's like it's funny as hell. It just kills me with laughter. Okay, and then we're just gonna copy and Control C. I don't know why I did that. We could have just you know what I'm saying. And the last one is the field set. Okay, and then we're gonna do the images at the end. That's right. I said we do images at the end. So we're gonna do the field set. I don't care what it's called, and we need a form again. And some of these things don't work unless it has a form because a form has an action in it. This should work inside this form. I just hope I type everything right. And what the field set is you see this line around it. That's what the field set does to make it look nice and neat. So let's type in field set. Inside the field set, we gotta have a legend. All right. And the legend inside that field set is what is written. Yo, what you like? All capitalized, like I'm yelling at you. Okay. And in this information, we got an input, right? And let's just start that over. Let's do that input again. It's input radio. It's easier to put it that way. All right. And it gives you what you need in here. Do you need an ID? Yes, they want the ID to be like JavaScript or something like that. So we'll just do language again for the name, but we'll put more stuff like Spanish. And then we put the label after it. So label is going to be for, what is it for there? JavaScript, not language. Oh no, this is Spanish. It's for Spanish, and this should be language actually, and this should be Spanish here, and we don't have to capitalize it until we come to the label, and then we'll capitalize it. That's not what I wanted. Control X, that'll take care of that, and Control V, there you go. So we'll just copy and paste this. Control C. I need a space there. It's driving me nuts. Control V. Because they have 3 of them. We will also do 3. All the names are I got Control D one time. We're gonna put German, and then we can put German in here. Honestly, I should have just done that in the first place. Spanish, Control DD. And what language do you guys want to have now? Why Dutch? Okay, it is Dutch. Control S this, and the last thing is images. So let's get down here and let's do the BR time. Ooh, ×2. All right. Let's format Control S and scroll that down. And like I said, we're just going through this stuff. So the top one, but the reason I'm doing it last is because it's easier to show everything last. So let's Control C that, and let's just start doing our image section right here. We're gonna call it like that. Oops. Control Z, and we're gonna call it dot image, so it knows it's a class. And now we're gonna go image, and the source is gonna be images, and it could be my logo. It doesn't matter. And we're gonna put that stuff right here in there and highlight it like that because it needs to be quotations around it. So let's just copy, Control C, and then Control V. All right, the second picture is gonna be the same one, but we're not gonna put lazy loading, so you could see it load kind of like a slower, like kind of like when you get there. Let's change this one to, I don't know. That's good with me as my friend's thing, and then we have this one as BG, and then we'll do my favorite one in the whole thing, Wedding Kiss. We'll get rid of the lazy loading, and then do the wedding kiss again, and that's everything on the plate. So let's drag this sucker right back over here. So that's everything I'm going to do, and we can make it big now since it should be all there. As you see, there's more stuff in the bottom. What was we doing? Oh yeah, that is text, and this is the text with the search, and then that's all I wanted to show you. That it has an X mark. Wow, yay! Whoopity-doo. CSS file is gonna download. I don't want to download it. Text true, not you, but you know what I'm saying. See how it has that spell check, false, and no spell check. I never knew that. I would just leave it normal. If you put a break after these, there will be one underneath each other like they have there. We could literally just do that real quick. Couldn't let's format that, do that. Ba-dum-bum. Refresh, and now it looks a lot neater. And we could make it if we do CSS, so this div is smaller, so it's only around here. But let's look at the pictures. This one has lazy loading, this one doesn't. This is the smallest picture I have in the whole thing as far as size wise. You see some of them, like the one wedding picture will go down. As a matter of fact, let's make both of them on the same. Alright, let's just, so it makes it easier so us can see. Bam, let's refresh it. Now you're gonna see one of these is gonna load faster than the other, I believe, right? I take lazy loading out of one. Okay, one of these is gonna load faster. Sometimes it's hard to see. Oh, come on. With lazy loading, do you see how those loaded? This one shouldn't. This one should have loaded slower. Maybe it's the picture I actually have there. That's how small that one is. We have to put the 2 pictures over here in the front. Let's do that. Control X. Which one has lazy loading? We'll find out in a second. Control V. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. So forgive yourselves. Yeah, but you see how some of these they load, how it, like it's supposed to load when you get to the spot. That's what lazy loader. It doesn't always work for me. So the other day this was working perfectly. This one actually loaded slower. Did I type it? Loading lazy. Okay, that's the right way. Oh, it don't really matter right now. That's what it's for. It's for like bigger files, you know, and so your computer don't load it right away. And then when you get to it, it loads it, so it don't waste that time loading for no reason. And you have all the essential stuff on the top that we're not using. That's pretty much it for the stream. Pretty much it for that. Hopefully, I could make a another video more intuitive on live streaming, because I just stopped making videos and stopping, and then start and stop, and you know, if I just start doing it like in a stream, maybe I could have people join me and it'll how should I put it? Help me out. Let's see. I don't even know if I have any messages. Let's see. Nope. Oh, it's read only, so I'm trying to read it, but nothing's showing. All right. So it is what it is. I'm gonna stop.